So my last video, which was a week ago, that's what it says, but nothing can be trusted on my YouTube channel. Was showing you the seeds I started, and this is the cantaloupe now. And the chives, and the thyme, and the marigolds. And I actually got corn and snap peas going. I'm pretty sure I didn't have that going my last video. I'll just have to keep doing that because this Kindle is freaking retarded. Okay, so what have I done in a week? Well, I'll tell you one thing. I've gotten lots of blisters. Oh my gosh. Oh, I made this. And that is a thornless blackberry bush. And I got blackberries in the back, and they've got thorns. And let me tell you, when I was getting them all fixed up for the season, I had 1,000 scratches. To wear a zoot suit, but then you'll die of heat stroke. So I added some mulch on this. And I got some garlic planted around there finally, and some lavender. Remember all those weeds? Yeah. And the garden, corn is coming up. I'm not sure if it was coming up last time. Anyway, I want to show you some other landscaping I did. Well, potatoes are coming up, and the mammoth dill. It's not real impressive yet, but it will be. Well, actually it is. If you knew the time that I've put into all this. Oh, but it's been fun. The blisters, not so much. Actually, they hurt. So, remember I was complaining about where they were digging to get to my main to shut it off? Well, this is what I plan. I still need to do some, but when you are limited on funds and what you can dig up and transplant in your yard already, you gotta take it one check at a time. Anyway, there's daisies and whatever this crap is. I kept tags. Some weird name, and I'm not sure what it is, but it comes back every year, perennial. That's all I'll do. Something that will come back every year and grow so I can dig up and transplant. I put mammoths around this sign like I said I was going to. And they are very fragile right now, but wait till you see them at the end of the season. Oh, they don't call them mammoths for nothing. Did I have this in? I'm not sure, but I added this around the bend. I got the daisies at the store, but I got everything else pretty much from my backyard. And something's been digging here. I seen a raccoon coming up the street the other day, size of a medium-sized dog, just walking up the sidewalk. Not a care in the world. The city life raccoon. Yeah. These ones seem to be getting bigger. And I want to. So I planted I'm not done with this yet. I'm going to add more hostas and mulch, but like right about in this very area right here at the edge of the mulch, I planted these big ass pumpkins, and I figured they can just grow along the mulch. I'll train them to do that, but we'll see what happens. I usually only do pie pumpkins, so it'd be pretty cool to get a couple big, I mean not just regular size, we're talking mammoth like size pumpkins, you know, the ones that make you go, oh my god. Anyway, I'll show you what I've been working on today, and this is a disclaimer. I'm very grateful for everything that I have. I really am, so I just want you to know that before I start bitching, because I think I broke my fucking finger messing with this fucker. I wish I had the money to fix it, but this wall here is falling down, and I keep rebuilding it up, and I've been transplanting this stuff all on it, hoping that, you know, foliage will help absorb the water and stop the fall, this prominent fall. But I came back here to water my new transplants, and a whole freaking part of the wall was, you'll be able to tell, was caved in, and there it is. I had to rebuild it. It looks retarded, right? It's because a retarded person rebuilt it. Oh, fuck. What a fucking mess. I want to replace all this with something that isn't going to fall down. See, when I moved in, that pole, there was at least 6 feet between. I mean, there's just, you know, walk space, and now the wall meets it. It's our property line right there, and then that one, it goes farther. It's weird. It angles, the property line angles. But yeah, like I said, that wall did not meet that. My wall is falling into his yard. Nice, right? My green beans are coming up. Woo! Green beans. Oh, and okay, check this out. I transplanted a bunch of hostas. The ones up by the front yard garden, completely fine. I did that on a clear day. There was no chemtrail spraying. Okay, the other day I transplanted 3 hostas that I dug up from my hosta factory over there, and they were chemtrailing, and I mean, the ones didn't get, you know, they didn't go into shock, they didn't look sickly. Look at these poor things. See how the leaves are like all burnt and curled? See how they're burnt? Look at, that's the aluminum aerosols and whatever else the hell they're putting in there. It usually can handle it, but I mean, they go into shock when you dig them up out of the ground. It's already stressful, and then to have that shit falling on you. They're gonna make it. They just look really pathetic right at the moment. There's a zucchini coming along. I planted that today, and these are baby daisies, the seeds that I had in another room. I know they're really small still, but I just wanted to get them out of there because I was running out of room, and I didn't want them to go into real shock once they got big. Okay, I put all this in today. Well, wait. That was yesterday. This was today. With the daisies I did yesterday. I did the hostas and the daisies yesterday. And I put this in today. and then this end. These all spread and come back every year. But anyway, I'm hoping once these get going, it's gonna, there might be no help in the swamp. Because it is coming down, constantly falling down. I did a bunch of more you can tell the ones that I've transplanted and the ones that have been growing. See how perky these ones are, and these not so much. But a few days, you can pull them out of the ground and throw them over on, the side. If there's any dirt, it will survive. That's how these things are. They do require a lot of water, though. If they don't get watered, they're not going to make it. Another transplant. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I made since also I spoke to you last week. Remember, like when you came here and I turned this way, there was just those logs right there. Well, I extended it out. This is why I have blisters. And I made this free border out of wood and nails and screws. Better than any Home Depot. Well, I don't know what they call it, but they have plastic ones and brick ones. It'll eventually rot, but I've had logs back here for decades on the ground, and they're just now starting, a decade, and they're just starting to rot. More daisies and chamomile are all in here. They'll get real tall. And I got the pumpkins in, the sweet pumpkins, since last time. And they'll grow on my wackadoo trellis. Onions and carrots are coming in. Something just flew up my nose. And more sugar pumpkins. I'm going to rig something so that the dirt won't fall through, so that the dirt is, not so deep down on all three of these. And put my snap peas, because they need something to grow on, and I thought that this fencing would be perfect for them to hang on. So has it grown since the last time you seen? I know it's changed a little. It's definitely changed a little in a week. Actually, it's changed a lot in a week, right? It's amazing. Sometimes I swear I see it growing right before my eyes. Yeah. So the radishes are just bamming up. I think I went overboard on the seeds with them. And the cucumbers, and I put seeds around the plants, and they're just coming up everywhere. So they're a little bit behind, so when those start dying out, those will take over the show. And then there it stops, and then this is the zucchini around this way. And then here we got the cauliflower and the broccoli. And that's self-apparent, right? Cabbage, everybody knows what cabbage looks like. And here's my green beans from a different angle. And they'll have this fencing to grow on. Start spreading the news. Okay. Actually, I wanted to show you up here my little fruit section, I suppose you could call it, because I got my blackberries back here. Remember this area up here that I showed you that was just basically weeds? Well, I kind of really lamely put this back together, but I put it back together so that you can step here and then step here on up into the fruit garden. Okay, let me come in at the angle that you've seen it at. I think this is the way I came in. Yeah. The blackberry bushes with thorns. Actually, when I got this, the plant was this size. Okay. Now look at it. I mean, talk about regenerating. Okay, so I did this like the one down there. Everything is nailed together, or you know what I mean, screwed. Actually, it's screwed, it's not nailed. I mean, you can't move it. You can't see my hand, and I'm, I trying to hold this big Kindle. Here. See? Ain't going nowhere, it's all screwed together. Okay, this is watermelon here. And this is where the cantaloupe's gonna go. Along here, and then it'll have something to grow up. And that will be able to grow down. And also in all this empty space here. Gosh darn it. Got some kale there. And some parsley that came up from last year. And some mammoth sunflowers there. And then I made... Remember what that looked like? Well, I made another wood barrier. And there's some onions in there now. And more sunflowers. And it's a variety of flowers that I've got back there that I dug up. And I put some lavender right there. Lavender, oh crap, ow. I'm going to put something along this mess of a thing right there eventually. So yeah, easy peasy and not much money, you know. You got some branches that have fallen down. Keep them and make something. Okay, this is acting all stupid. Must be the sun. See, I still need to do some rearranging back here, but they're chemtrailing today. I wasn't gonna dig up anything. But see that one there? I've taken some from it, and look how big it is and how many there are. If I can get a view in there. Heck no, I need to get something better than this Kindle to record. These are flowers. They just don't, and those back there are cornflowers. And there's other stuff that this purple stuff that spreads like wildfire. But it's just baby right now. But I mean, it just spreads everywhere. If you don't want it, don't take it, because it will fill your whole yard. Here it is right here. It's actually purple, and you know, when it's all grown up, it's actually really pretty. And it's everywhere around here. I mean, everywhere. And I got a couple starts out of this guy's yard, and now every year there's hundreds of them. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the pumpkins were not in here, and this is all new. And I put all that in. I already said that, right? Repeat. My neighbor's Stan, Tom. Hey, Stan. What? Oh, those dogs? Oh, if they wanted to go, no. Unless they're very trained, they would take her for a ride. Oh yeah. All that along the rock wall, I put hostas and flowers. Do you have a berry bush over there? I got a blackberry bush back there, yeah. Do you make pie with that? Huh? Pie or jam? Well, no, they're blackberries. They're real seedy. I would do a jam, but we just eat them off the... we just love to eat them. I know it. But this is my new installment. It's a blackberry bush that doesn't have thorns. The one back there has thorns. And I made this little box thing. I'm going to train it to go that way. Because the bush that I got of the blackberry, it was smaller than that. And it goes almost all across my fence line. If you want later, come over and I'll show you what I've done back there. You've never been back there, have you? I haven't. Yeah. I can never go back there because of the dog. Because of the dog? Yeah. I thought Mishka liked you. Mishka likes me. It's just him. It was, yeah. Jerry had to be there with me. Yeah. I'll come over. Okay. So I probably went way too long, and now I'm going to have to erase videos, which I'm not going to, because I was really pissed off because I erased them that I wish I didn't, because I forgot I didn't have any copies of it. Anyway.